Alright, so I have been fortunate enough to be invited into the closed beta test for Silver Palace, which is our new gacha game. It's essentially just a detective gacha game, but from the trailer it seems that there is going to be quite a few twists as well. I mean, just from the trailer we saw like the city getting destroyed, one of our characters dying, but of course we know that characters never really stay dead in gacha games. Not counting Do It Night Abyss because it's not really a gacha game anymore, but they did change the death scene in Do It Night Abyss, so I digress. But anyways, that's not what this is about. Silver Palace. So as you can see, I already love this loading screen. I mean, it's so arty. It's arty? What the hell? It's so artsy. It really does remind me of a Van Gogh painting. So today we're not going to play any of the story. We might do the prologue if it comes by, but generally I'm actually just going to scout out the game. So if anyone's curious about any like vague details or broad details, that's where, you know, you can just go and check it out. But yeah, I'm just going to look at the gacha, the character designs and all that stuff. And so yeah, I mean, just from the title screen music, I mean, it sounds pretty nice. But yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with Silver Palace and our first impressions. Oh right, of course I got oh wait, I log in. Okay, wait. So it seems like this game is very oh, well, okay, first off, I'm a dude, but then I feel like it's too, you know, all the promo material has been done with the female detective, with the female protagonist, so might as well. I won't be the Robin, because that's who I am. A sibling? Oh, you're a sibling. No, wait. Okay, that's fascinating. Okay. You're gonna be Spaghetti. That's interesting. I didn't expect them to actually have dual protagonists again. Spaghetti. Okay, Ramen and Spaghetti. Negotiations have broken out. I didn't have the chance to read that. But right now I do like the art and all that stuff, so looks pretty nice. Oh, what the balls by there? Okay, standing controls. Why is double? Okay, double press shift. Okay, that's not. Oh, that's a range. Okay, that's pretty sick. Definitely not Yusuke. Okay, what's that? To switch. I don't know who our voice actress is for our detective. Nope. Oh, okay, so it's shift as well. I'm gonna get used to this because I usually press right mouse button for Wuwa. I'm not usually. Wait. I'm not. I'm so not used to this. There we go. When the option is ready, there's a... That's F. Oh no, they're not letting me press F, so unfortunately I don't know what it is. Okay, so far it actually flows pretty... Oh, sorry, pretty well. Another parry. Interesting parry mechanic. There we go. I'm so dead right now. I have no idea who the voice actress is. Okay. Okay, so I assume. Why is it F? Sure.
でも残念ここが絶望のどん底よ
This girl just killed her horses.
銃を持つ者だけが真実を知るのもっと早く知りたかった
I got my 9 souls experience. I know when to parry, mostly. Nope. Oh, okay. No. Okay. I kept done without the ash shot, but that's fine. I think the damage eventually roll away. So I guess I have to perfect parry. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Parrying's not too difficult.
私は炎でたくさんのものを失った。でも私を滅ぼしたのは人の心よ。探偵さん、地獄で会いましょう。
I do not. Oh, 3 weeks ago. Okay. It's the point of no return. There's no going back now. Come to the very beginning of it all. I don't remember a detective being this capable. My god. Chapter 1, Burned to Cinders. Also, I'm sorry if I changed to JP voice acting and there's no English subtitles. I didn't think that they would not have English subtitles. How are you, detective? Keeping well, hopefully. Cases have been piled up in Silvernia since you left 3 years ago. One of them troubles me deeply, for no one has come close to solving it. Oh my god, I still can't pronounce it. Silvernia will be holding a celebration soon, and you should come visit. I'll be waiting a memoir bar. Be there or be square. Chief Inspector Lohani. Should I just say this in French? No, but silver isn't even French though. It's like, okay, but memoir is French, but that's an E, memoir bar. I can't pronounce that, so I guess I'll pronounce it in French.
探偵さん、シルバニアに着きましたよ。
I do want to say right now, pretty nice UI. information gathering. Press and hold right mouse button to observe specific pedestrians to eavesdrop on their conversations. You may sometimes gather useful information. Press and hold, okay, same thing, to look at the item's detailed information. Okay, so right now, oh my god, Momzirla. Information gathering, okay. Okay, very familiar UI. I think after Genshin, a lot of gacha games have actually sort of wanted to have the same sort of UI, and this is not inherently something that's like outlandish for me to claim because you've seen that. Oh, fine. It is not inherent. This is not something that's inherently outlandish of me to claim because multiple companies have done something similar. When a competitor comes out with a successful product, even if something is inherently different, they will tend to actually sort of make it familiar to sort of steal away maybe some clientele and all that stuff, or in the event that someone jumps ship, it still feels similar. It still feels familiar for the person who switched over, so then they won't have to make such a daunting change, which is why sometimes the UI will be similar, and it's why a lot of the UIs in gacha games have sort of just looked the same. Oh my god, I can't even get a horse. Okay, I can't jump, I can't do anything. Okay, I can dash though. Which is a, wait, hold up, dash? Hold shift. I guess that's just a normal thing. Okay, let me check. Okay, not a bad UI. Okay, I so far actually quite like the UI. Actually quite like the design of everything. Hair physics are not bad. I mean, just take a look at this. And honestly, the game runs a lot better than I thought it would. Because originally when I played a lot of the other betas for the other gachas, I won't name them because sometimes I am under NDA, but sometimes a lot of them just don't run well. But the fact that this is the first, I guess sort of, it's still a closed beta, it's not a public beta, but the fact that this is a open beta and it's still quite yeah, it still runs quite well. Some of the cutscenes did lose a few frames, but other than that, it was there we go. Other than that, it was quite nice. Hair physics, and this is without me touching in the settings, right? So you can tell that this is already an optimized experience, relatively. Alt is still showing the mouse around. You can't see it on my screen because I hit the mouse, but let me check. See events, items, commissions. Commissions are probably the quests. Crystal exchange, I assume is the shop. Luna Scion. What's with the Lunas and all that stuff? Ramen crisis level. Oh, I am constantly under crisis. You guys don't have to worry about that. Sterling Market. Okay. So we haven't unlocked the gacha yet. I assume that we're unlocking it a bit later on. Let's check the gossip. Oh. Ah.
フェリアナ様はまだあんなに幼いのに、子供に国を任せるなんて一体何を考えているのかしら。
Oh, there's no auto. Or does it just go automatically? It seems like it's going automatically. Hold up.
前の女王様がいきなり殺されたから仕方なく子供のフェリアナ様を女王にしたんだろう。
女王はまだ幼い。彼らが心配するのも当然だ。
Thank you. I need a detective to tell me that. Okay. But that's interesting. Let's take a look at the NPCs, which I can't really zoom in all that much, but oh, actually, no, not that bad. I do like a protagonist with different hairstyle. Okay. One complaint that I do have about the design is that their eyes are too big. I don't necessarily like the doll, like big-eyed approach, but that's personal preference. Their eyes. Oh wait. Oh, she actually follows our camera, which is nice. We can't exactly look at our characters. Okay. Like, look how big her eyes are. That's something that I do have sort of a problem with. Okay, not a bad idle position. Also, she doesn't have her claw-like thing at the beginning of the intro sequence, so I assume that she gets that a bit later on in the story. Hair physics are... I assume this is a bit too flowy. I don't have long hair, so I'm gonna need a girl to confirm this for me afterwards. But yeah, I assume that hair would be a lot heavier and that they wouldn't flow this much. But other than that, because it seems like right now, let me check the physics with the cloth. I'm not sure that it seems like the hair shares sort of the same physics as the cloth. Like, I feel like they're sort of the same level of pliability right now, but when it comes to hair, I mean, even just the cloth itself, it shouldn't float that much because cloth is inherently heavier than hair, even though the amount of hair is like a ponytail, but still. Alright, let's see what you got.
先代の女王様ったら海軍再建法だの企業開発促進法だのっていろいろ手を出してたけどどれもパッとしなかったわよね。
まったくだよ。先代の女王が亡くなってからというもの、制作は全部止まっちまった。我々も新しい生き残り策を探す羽目になったんだ。
女王の死、やっぱりあれがシルバニアの停滞の始まりか。
I'm really curious who the voice actress is for her, because it doesn't seem familiar, but to some degree it does, but also I'm not too sure. I may need to look that up, but it's also that Cinderella's voice actress, I feel, wasn't too familiar to me as well. Usually I consume Japanese media in Japanese dub, so I recognize most voices. But yeah, that's interesting. What are you guys? Soft hair conscious. Drinks 3 cups of coffee. Okay, salon aficionado. Okay, that's fast. That's cool. Light makeup, adequately trained. That's actually that's actually pretty cool. Exercises every day. News office typist. That's pretty neat. Wait, hold on.
先代女王が法案で警察を設立したが、効果は薄く、治安は悪化する一方だ。
街に人狼やギャングがどんどん増えて、外に出るのが怖いわ。
警察なんて騎士とは違うからな。鎧もなければ長い伝統もない。これじゃ治安を守るなんて無理な話さ。
人狼にギャング、犯罪がますます増えている。
Okay, so supernatural element, which we already knew. Like, we already knew there was a supernatural element to this sort of thing, but yeah. Oh, all of a sudden the frames dropped. So is this... Okay. But I didn't expect them to have like werewolves and stuff like that. Like, deliberately naming the supernatural elements. But, yeah. That's pretty cool. It's like a little light bridge around. Oh, the clouds are actually quite nice. Yeah, cloud check. Okay. Guess it's a...
祝典用の使い捨ての道具。3年前に比べ。
あいつじゃないか。
誰？
ほら、3年前の新聞に載ってたあいつだよ。先代の女王を殺したあいつだ。
あれ、探偵さん。
Interesting. Okay, so that really adds a layer. But also, why would... they're just like, oh, she's the one who murdered the queen. She's the one who murdered the queen. Yeah, let's not do anything. And also, yeah, she's not on the run. Hold on, let me check let me adjust on the settings. Give me a second. Okay. Yep. Pretty normal gacha settings and stuff like that. I limited to 60 FPS just so that it doesn't absolutely murk my thing. But damn, there's a lot of NPCs. Can I investigate all of these NPCs? Hold up, let me... Child, you will be my... Still too young to be wary of werewolves. Interesting. So there, you can actually investigate every single NPC out here. Why is my frame so bad all of a sudden? What the balls? Mature, straight shoulders. Company accountant exercises every day. Okay, so that's her money. That's her money. What the hell? That's her job. Reflections, not bad. I do like the damp patches. So it seems like that they're environmental-wise, they're going for maybe something that's a bit more realistic. Maybe something that's akin to like London or just old-fashioned Europe. Versus the characters are suddenly very, very jarring with their with their anime aesthetic, but sure. Alright. Alright, we're out to voice act this. Many in the city know you well, including myself. I am a bartender here, name's Argos, and honored to serve you. I believe the person you're waiting for is here. Damn, this man just looks so depressed. Mood. So it seems like they're not done the voice acting. Never mind.
ローレン警視長、久しぶりだな。
警視長なんて呼ぶなって。それにさ、正直このままだと俺が警視庁でいられるかも怪しいもんだぜ。
ここに来る途中、いくつか話を聞いた。人狼とギャング、やっぱりまた動き出しているみたいね。
ああ、もう人狼は暴れまくるし、ギャングは湧いてくるし、ただでさえ面倒なのに、こんなタイミングで大事件とか勘弁してくれよな。だから連絡を取ったんだ。死者は数十人、何もかも灰になった。実に妙な事件だ。手がかりも乏しい。被害者の名前もわからず、遺体もまだ誰にも引き取られていない。そこでお前の力を借りたい。
Okay, so I guess they just didn't have time to pretty much voice act every line, which isn't really surprising because voice acting schedules or just filming schedules in general tend to be sort of disjointed. So they probably just didn't voice act that line yet, or they didn't implement it yet. I checked if they had any releases for the voice actor announcements, and nothing for the JP side. So I'm not sure, because having voice actors does sort of determine the budget of the game to some degree, because of how many languages there are, and you know, JP voice actors are basically celebrities, so that is how I usually sort of gauge the budget of the game, and that's how you can tell from Black Beacon how they're doing. But yeah, so that was... Yes, we don't really know anything about them. Why me? Not worried about your reputation?
私が飛行船の事件に関わっていたのは周知の事実だ。それでも構わないのか？
あれはゴシップ誌どもが意図的に流した噂話だ。俺はお前を信用してる。シルバニアじゃお前が最高の探偵だ。
でもシルバニアは最高の街とは言えないな。
これは？
私が戻ってきたのは弟を殺した犯人を突き止めるためだ。
3年前のあの事件のことか。だが飛行船は墜落して証拠は何一つ残っちゃいない。 王室ですらもう調査を打ち切ったんだぞ。
最後の手がかりが残っている。彼の命を奪ったこの銃弾だ。ここに特殊な紋章が刻まれている。真犯人にたどり着くまでこの紋章を追うつもりだ。
そう、人狼め。人間の姿に化けやがったか。
Okay, Lauren, Guardian. Okay, that's a cool splash art. Also, I was cracking up when they said, I need to find who murdered Spaghetti. I didn't realize that our sibling was murdered, so it just came across as the dumbest thing ever. I was like, the bullet that killed Spaghetti bears a special mark. I'm like, God, this is so stupid. I don't regret it, but oh my God, it's so... It just caught me off guard when I read it. Okay. Oh, partners. Oh, okay, so we have 4 characters. Great. I don't know what you just said. Okay. Blech. Nice frames. Left image, when enemies are hidden away, the danger radar shows the direction they're in. Right image, when a hidden enemy is right next to it, danger lights up and flashes intensely. Ah. After seeing through the target's disguise and verify their identity, press to expose the target and enter battle. Oh, that's cool. That's sick. But also, is no one going to just... Thank you for showing me away. But is no one going to, like, point out that someone just changed back into a normal human? Or changed into a... from a wolf back to a human? Also, just a slight little detail. Look at the switch. The character stops when I'm running, and the character stops. Right when I'm switching. Right when the character is running and I just switch, the character visibly stops. They have to stand still and then continue, which is interesting. Because Wuwa, the transition is pretty much seamless. But of course, this is a beta, and I have to constantly compare. But sure. Okay, so that's over there. That's fine. Look, resident, lively, image conscious. Trying to diet. No, not in this economy. Oh, I investigate you. Normal blood vessels. Okay. Get out here. Fugitive criminal, clear mind. And afraid of light, strange body odor. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you just punch him.
Nanda.
そんなこと考えもしなかった。
お前はすでにやってるさ。
ありがとう探偵さん。本当にありがとう。ありがとう。
おかえり。
Wait, did we kill the queen though? Isn't it universally known that like we killed the queen because the guy was like, she's the one who killed the queen. So that's a big leap. But okay, that's interesting. Or maybe she indirectly killed the queen. Okay. On sync exploration. Character screen. Alright, let's see the character screen. Switch to detective. Oh, level up? Oh, of course. Of course. Ah, balls. Yeah, hold up. Oh, we're out. Or are we? Okay. There we are. Motive. So I assume motive is our version of artifacts, echoes, and whatever you want to call them. Mouth. Okay. I was just stuck on the screen. No weapons! Oh my god, there's no weapons. Yes. You guys have no idea how glad I am that we don't have to roll for weapons, because otherwise I would have lost it. I wonder if we do have to roll for this thing though.
さて、チンピラどもを逮捕しに行くぞ。これが片付いたら休ませてもらうぜ。
Guardian. Okay. One who defended an ideal for years and will eliminate any threat to protect something important. One who leads with influence and shoulders the burden of difficult decisions. Outlaw. One driven by powerful ambition and impulse for destruction who would do anything to accomplish a goal. One trapped by memories and unable to give up the past, who must also face sacrifice and departure. One who possesses the wisdom to defy death, betray a predetermined fate, and bear the price that follows. One who observes, witnesses, records, and narrates everything to pass the story on. Interesting. But then why would we drag a victim, a savior, and a witness onto our team for detective stuff? Fulman. An activated reactor of this okay, so reactors are basically our ability users. Converts silverium flowing through it into highly conductive magnetofluid that deals fulminant damage to enemies. Ignis is fire, Glacius is ice, Gravitas, okay. Dark matter halo, they went straight for the radiation. Love it. Fargo is metal. Okay. Alba. Pure. Okay. It's not something that I expected. This is an interesting list of. This is an interesting. That's really sick though. I love the lance. I really do love the lance. This is an actual lance. Just so we're clear, because when Fate calls it a lancer, and then they show a spearman, and you're like, that's not it. That's really not it. That is not how. That is not a lance. But yeah, so she is an actual. She's an actual lancer, I guess, if you want to call it. Usually they use that weapon for jousting, but it is interesting that she uses it as a close range weapon. Methods: double-edged silverium sword. That is not a sword. Wait, hold on. Gauntlet? Okay, so it's like a weird breed between a rapier and a lance. Cause if you I'm just geeking out over this. Sorry. Can you keep your weapon out? Nope, you cannot keep your weapon out, that's fine. Because it's girthy and okay, that's a bad word. It's girthy enough that it's like a lance, but it's also she's using it as sort of a rapier as well, but it's not as flexible as a rapier, so that's weird. It is a cool weapon though, I do have to admit. Partners, commission, city exploration, silvercrafts. No silvercrafts acquired yet, so I assume that's our sort of synthesis system. Partners. That's our team thingy-majiggy, which is fine. commission, city events, items, crystal exchange. Okay. Actually, is there a... Oh, there's an unstuck button. Clever. Clever to add that. Very much so appreciated.
お前のおかげで人狼騒ぎも片付いた。あとは俺たち警察に任せとけ。
A Silverian Pegasus. Okay, they didn't record the lines for that yet, which is fine. Okay, so we have...
この数年でシルバニアも随分変わったよ。せっかくだし、街でもぶらついてみたらどうだ？事件の経過が気になったら、隣の通りにあるカフェに来てくれ。
Interesting. Look at those turns. Sorry, you're gonna need to... Okay, there we go. Dismount. Interesting. Oh, well, I guess we're throwing it. Get parried. Get parried, maybe counter. Yeah, we can't see where you are. You're not doing a lot of damage. An execution. Jesus. Ow. Actually, didn't do that. Which I'm fine with. I think this game is being released on mobile though, so they might have changed the combat to be a bit simpler and stuff like that. There we go, sweep the hazardous area. Okay, wait, hold on, what's this quest, huh? What? I got no idea what that is, but sure. It's not telling me anything, so... Might be a teleport pad of sorts. Or that's to indicate like a side quest. Or, wait, hold up. Wait, what the heck? I did not press... What? Okay, so apparently pressing spacebar also gives me a... also gives me the mounts, which is interesting. Okay, okay. Oh, Jesus. Unstable. How the hell did I get that? Okay. I can't switch characters while I'm a horse, which is fine. Drift. I can drift as the horse. Wait, hold up. Strangely colored hair. I think that's kind of rude. Peaceful calm. Potential encounter. Yeah, what? Throw hands. Jesus Christ, you just shot in the head. Oh my god. Okay. I just realized it was level 15. The one that's taking me so long to kill one of these guys. I was like, why is it taking me so long to kill him? I was like, oh wait, he's level 15, that's why. Oh, these guys are like hella buff. Okay, so that's our intro scale, I guess. If you want to call it that. I mean, I guess it technically is an intro scale. I'm only using that for my intro scale. It's pretty cool from the sequence. There we go. Oh, okay then. I like how you can pick fights in the middle of the city. You just shot someone in the head and you're picking fights with them. Like, okay. Not quite what I expected, but sure.
死人に口なし。そうなってしまう前に本題に入ろう。
Poor. Okay. I'm going to continue until we unlock the gacha system. I assume that there's a gacha system.
ああ、俺を絶対絶命のピンチから救ってくれないか。
まずは何か飲もう。話はそれからだ。
だろうと思った。お前のためにこの店の一押しを頼んでおいた。俺のおごりだ。さてと、ファイルに目を通すか。警察内部じゃこの事件を身元不明焼死体事件って呼んでる。これまであらゆる角度から調べてきたが、これといった成果はなかった。今分かっているのは事件現場の状況だけだ。それがこのファイルに記されている。数ヶ月前、郊外の廃墟で火災が発生した。付近の住民から黒い煙が出ていると通報があった。その時俺は
マインドパレスに入ると、まるで事件現場にいるかのように思考を巡らせられる。このファイルの情報があれば、事件現場を再現できるはずだ。
I was literally going to make a joke like, oh, is this her mind palace? Because that was a trick that, you know, we were taught as children to sort of like remember things and stuff like that. But I was like, oh, it's an actual mind palace. I see.
事件現場はハイピアーズ地区の廃墟だ。周囲に人影はほとんど。天井は普通の住宅の数倍の高さがあり、部屋と呼ぶには広すぎる。倉庫だな。一部の鉄製品に溶解した何かの痕跡が残されていた。普通の火災なら炎の温度はおよそ600度。鉄が溶けるのはおよそ1500度だ。高温リアクターでも鋼鉄を溶かすのは不可能なはず。この痕跡は一体どう残された？出火元は室内。付近からリアクターの破片が発見された。出火に気づいていたのに火を消さなかったのか。被害者たちは拘束されていた可能性がある。あるいは火災前にすでに殺されていたのか。建物の中で複数の死体が見つかった。熱で激しく損傷していて、年齢も身元もわからない。死体が一箇所に集まっている。被害者たちは輪になって座っていたということか。見知らぬ者同士ではない。同じ組織の人間か何らかの関係があった。目的を持ってここに集められたと考えるべきだ。一部の死体には深さが3ミリを超える奇妙な傷跡が確認された。これはあの紋章だ。あの銃弾についていた紋章と同じものだ。飛行船にいた連中がこの事件に関わっている。警察記録の疑問点は以上だ。だが何かを見落としている気がする。もう一度ファイルを見直そう。現場の建物は火災によって大きく損壊した。残骸や灰が大量に。あれは灰の中に。
落ち着け。まだ回復していないだろう。無茶するな。
そんな。
大丈夫。前に言ったことを覚えてる。どんなことも焦る必要はない。
So I assume that means our brother is still alive? Well, or sibling, depending on which protagonist you choose.
「黒い煙が出てる」って通報があってな。その時俺は人狼を追ってたんだが、すぐ呼び戻されちまったんだ。
引き受けよ
どうした？
気になることがある。調査を引き受けよ
いや、お前の体調のことを聞いてるんだ。3年前の傷のせいか？
事件の捜査のために私を呼んだんだろう。心配はいらない。引き受けた以上全力を尽くす。
俺が心配してるのはそこじゃない。警察の規定では必ず2人1組で任務に当たることになっている。1人で行動すると万が一何かあった時に誰も助けを呼んでくれないからな。アシスタントが必要だ。
アシスタントか。彼さえまだ。もうアシスタントはいらない。
体調が万全じゃないだろう。サポートが必要じゃないか。
もう二度と。
一人じゃ安心して事件を任せられないぜ。
分かった。だがアシスタントには条件がある。
要件を教えてくれ。俺も巡査を採用した経験はあるからな。任せとけって。お前に必要な人材を見つけてやるよ。
Someone lettered. What? I don't know what lettered means. Someone with reason. Someone with reason then.
論理的な思考力を持つ者。複雑な事件の調査に携わった経験があればなおいい。
ああ、警察にも調査経験のあるやつはいるけどな。ギャング相手ばっかりで殴り合いの方が得意なんだよ。お前が優秀なのはわかるが、アシスタントはもう少し基準を下げてくれないか？
それならせめて読み書きができることにしよ
う。それなら問題ない。あとは俺に任せて家でゆっくり休んでくれ。明日には結果を知らせる。
助かる。
いいって、むしろ礼を言うのは俺の方だ。
探偵さ
ん Okay, so interesting how she says they should at least know how to read, write and read. Which is interesting, because this already establishes like sort of a class difference in the lore, where it's like not everyone in this world knows how to oh you can drift. That's sick. I mean obviously like you saw that, but that is interesting. So this obviously establishes a class difference where not everyone is privileged enough to get an education. So I guess this already sort of mirrors sort of Europe back then, or just any sort of thing back then, any sort of culture back then, where there were these class differences, where education is not accessible to everyone. And I mean, even nowadays, even though it has become a lot more accessible, it's still not exactly the most that's right. Oh, that's cool. She can vault over things. Nice. And heals too. Nice. I'm not doing any work in heals ever. Dude. Not that I would, but like it's like dude. Girls have it hard with heals, man. What else do I have to say about that? Yeah, so interesting that there's a class difference, which might explain the gangs and all that stuff, for education and stuff like that, which is cool.
探偵さん、やっと捕まえた。
話したいことが山ほどあるんだ。僕はピシ。前から新聞で探偵さんの記事を読んでたんだ。
Oh, that's cool. Oh, reactor is okay.
これがあれば戦う力を得られる。
すごすぎるよ。あんなでっかい人狼をほんの一瞬で倒すなんて。あちこちで探偵さんの話ばかりだよ。
Also, I do want to note that sometimes her hair clips through her collar over there. So they're gonna need to fix maybe that. They're gonna need to fix a couple of clipping issues. So, yeah.
大したことではない。命がけの状況はこれまでに何度もあった。犯人を捕らえるのはたやすい。難しいのは人の思惑だ。
ローレン警視長と話してたのつい聞こえちゃって。事件の調査は僕役に立たないかもしれないけど、でも探偵さんには知っててほしいんだ。探偵さんは女王殺しなんかじゃない。この町の子供たちのヒーローなんだ。これお礼だよ。受け取って。
Okay. What's up with that? Oh, my
死
friend.
人に口なし。
Motives.
そうなってしまう前に本題に入ろう。
Switch to detect. I'm already in detective mode. Riddle of coins. Ah, so they are like our our things, except that we only need one. That's cool. So we only need. Okay. So it's not gonna be too much of a hassle. Wonderful. Are the stats random though? Hold on, let me check.
死人に口なし。そうなってしまう前に本題に入ろう。
Attack, amplify, stars. Let me check. Okay, no materials to place. That's fine. There's no substats. So this, I assume now, is actually more similar to the craft essence system of Fate Grand Order, where there's a set effect, and there's also a set stat boost. So this is more similar to the craft essence system from FGO than it is more similar to the Echo and Artifact system from Genshin and Wuwa respectively, or the other way around, but I digress. Alright, what's up?
僕街をあちこち回ってるんだけど、最近事故が多いんだ。だから探偵さんも気をつけてね。路地には宝物があったりいいこともあるんだけど、悪い人もいるんだよ。でも探偵さんならきっと大丈夫だよね。
教えてくれてありがとう。気をつけるよ。
じゃあ僕そろそろ行くね。役に立つ情報が手に入ったらまた会いに来るよ。探偵さんが帰ってきたって友達にも教えてくるね。
助けてくれ。
噂をすれば路地で誰かが助けを呼んでいるようだ。見に行ってみよう。ギャングめ、パレードに現れた人狼と手を組んでいたのか。
なかなか察しがいいじゃねえか。ならわかるだろう。この辺が誰の島かってこともや。ここが誰の島か嫌ってほど思い知らせてやるぜ。
無駄だ。警告した後。
まだ暴れるつもりか。
首をつく。これで片付いたか。まさかギャングがここまで増長しているとは思わなかった。事務所はこのビルの裏だ。そろそろ戻ろう。この小型フックはリアクターで動作している。 3年前よりリアクターの普及率が高くなっている。
Okay, I'm still not used to this because now the grappling hook is E, but usually it's T. So I'm like, oh, that's a thing. Okay. There we go. I would have preferred if we could jump in this game, but we can only summon our horse if we press space. I'm like, man, there's no jump. Our options are horse or no horse, apparently. Okay. Well, now we gotta fall. Ah, my legs. In heels too. Oh, what the heck? Oh. Oh, that's quite convenient. Oh, thank you. Right, but how do I get up there? Almost there. I lied. Oh, there. Oh, a little slidey system. Silver kinesis. Okay. You grab chests. Oh. They're really running with the silver theme, huh? They're really running with it. Ah, I see. Huzzah. Come on, man. Why silver kinesis? You guys could have done better.
探偵事務所、久しぶりだな。
Oh, I just realized I was muted. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, right. So I do like the clock system here a bit more, because this feels like an actual clock versus in Bua and stuff like that. It's just like a pillar. I'm like, bruh, oh, crapperoni. That's not what I wanted to click. That's fine. So I do like that. Why are our waypoint systems sewer grids, sewer lids rather? Could you have done like telephone booths, like a TARDIS? There's one over there. Could have been like a TARDIS. Could have been a TARDIS. That would have been pretty cool. Time and space and relative dimension. Wait, no. Wait, I did that wrong. Time and relative dimension in space. There it is. I mixed up the two. I'm a fake fan, apparently. Time appears to be at a standstill inside this building, all with memories of glory and pain. Now this room stands ready to welcome. Ah!
部屋は片付けねばならない。だが疲れている。今日はこのままにしておこう。寝室は確か2階だったな。ほこりあんまり溜まってないといいけど。
What the heck? This girl can't even get rest and she has to lay on a bed full of dust. And it's like, damn. Unfortunate. So I assume that's the mark on the bullet that killed Spaghetti. I still can't take that name seriously, even though I chose that name. My bad.
夢だったのか。この子、一体何をしている？
上の階に行ったのか？探偵はまだ寝てるだろうから起こすなよ。
Why is everything fixed now?
気になってしまって。
ローレンとさっきの子の声だ。見に行こう。
Okay, I was thinking that this was like the sanctum from Marvel from Doctor Strange, where it's like this separate space in time and space, sort of like a TARDIS but like for entire building. So I was sort of imagining it like that. I was like, wait, she went in there and now it's in like a different time and like that, and everything's clean. I was like, oh, is that like the maid of this mystical space? And nope, it's just normal things apparently. It would have been cool to have like a base, because they did say that this was like a place that was isolated from time. So I was sort of imagining that, but okay. What's up?
よく眠れたか？見ろよ、すっかり綺麗になっただろう。候補者がやってくれたんだぞ。
候補者？
お、ソンやアシスタント候補が3人見つかった。そいつらの腕前、あんたが見極めてくれ。例えばこの子、まったく随分気が早いじゃねえか。
メイド協会49番です。料理も掃除も戦闘も何でもどうぞ。
Move the camera to acquire characteristics data from the person being observed. Select observable parts to acquire characteristic data. Okay. Gather info. Oh. Miss Maid 49. Smooth, white, and uncalloused. Wait, what? I didn't have time to read it. So unfamiliar with hard work. Okay. Move camera. W and S. Oh, there we go. A brand new reactor hardly used. High temperature reactor. Okay. There's a bit of a delay. Oh my god, they're really going all in with the cat theme. I assume those are like cat paws looking things, but yes, even her reactor has cat ears. So they are going with the, that sort of thing. Oh, I can do that. I do not look up. Don't you dare look up. Okay, good. Okay. Yes, I will.
読み書きはできるか？
読み書きですか？
メイド協会の綴りは？
わかりません。
お茶を入れるのは慣れているか？
お茶ですか？
お茶を入れるとき、お湯は何度にする？
それもわかりません。
なぜ寝室に入ったのだ？あそこは私的な場所だ。
すみません。とても苦しそうな声が聞こえたので。お邪魔してごめんなさい。
働いた経験もなく文字も読めない。残念だが私の求めるアシスタントではない。
待ってください。もう一回チャンスください。できます。
無理だろうとは思ったけどよ、どうしても応募させてくれって言われちまってな。心配すんな、候補者は他にもちゃんといる。次の候補者はな、会社勤め10年のベテラン事務員だ。読み書きはもちろんストレス耐性も抜群だ。きっとお前も気に入るはずだ。2階の事務室にいるぞ。会ってみてくれ。
私いくつかコンビ名を考えてあげたわ。どれがいいかしら。赤と黒、カラスとバラ、それとも血文字の研究。
あなたは何者？
私にはいくつもの顔があるの。舞台のダンサー、フローラのスター、そして心を覗く情報や一番気に入ってる名前はもちろんレッドローズ。
They're really on the nose with the themes. No subtlety whatsoever for a detective game. It's also on the nose, man. It looks like an ornament, but it's actually a scattered miniature backup reactor. Oh my god, they should. Is there any way to slow down the speed of the thing? Okay. A gun belt hid a belt beneath her skirt. She is armed. Y'all, I did not need to see that. I guess I can do this. Secret weapon with a sharp point. She is literally armed to the teeth. A reactor, a gun, and a secret weapon. Nice. She can probably like beat up someone with that rose ring. Like, okay.
私のことさっきからずっと見つめてるじゃない。もう気は済んだ？
会社の事務員ではないな。応募者はどこへ行った？
面接に割り込むために丁寧に席を譲ってもらったの。安心して、あの事務員さんなら無事に返したわ。私はあの人から服をお借りしてそのまま警視庁についてきただけよ。あんたが急に戻ってきたのは警察から大事件の調査を頼まれたから。そう聞いたわよ。ねえ、教えてくれない？あんたを呼び戻した大事件ってどんな事件なの？
お前誰だよ。おい、そいつは応募者じゃねえぞ。
あら、もう時間みたいね。また今度ゆっくりお話ししましょう。残念だけど別に構わないわ。今日会いに来たのはただの気まぐれ、好奇心よ。目的はもう果たしたわ。それじゃごきげんよう、探偵さん。
止まれ。あれ、消えやがった。おい、あの応募者の事務員はどこ行った？
さっきの人物変装していたようだ。
冗談だろ。
それより他の候補はまだいるのか？
まあ一人だけ残ってんだけどな。なあ、今日はもう終わりにしねえか。明日また何人か連れてくるからよ。
最後の一人は来ているのか？
ああ、今1階にいる。ただな、お前とはあんまり馬が合わねえんじゃねえかと思ってよ。
会ってから判断する。この状況で頼れるアシスタントを見つけるのは大変そうだ。
俺の一押しが偽物だったとはな。
いっそのこと、私たち2人で組んでみるのはどうだ？
俺には本業があるからな、掛け持ちはできん。それに探偵と警察のコンビなんておっさんくせえだろ。ま、他の応募者に会ってみな。
That is true. That is true. Holmes and his inspector buddy.
1階がきれいに掃除されている。窓が磨かれて部屋が随分明るくなった。
Yeah, it looks like a different place. Jeez. I want to jump off from this, but I can't because that summons the horse. Peter, the horse is here.
はじめまして。
この部屋を掃除したのはあなたか？
はい、面接に来たのですがまだお休みのようでしたので 業務を再開するなら掃除をした方がいいと思ったんです。すみません、勝手に。お気に召さなければすぐに元に戻しますが、どうなさいますか？
気にしなくていい。2日もすれば自然に散らかって元通りになる。
面白い方ですね。自己紹介をさせていただきます。アシュリーと申します。募集を見てまいりました。どうかチャンスをいただけませんか？
Is that Lamia? Was that Lamia? What was her name? I don't remember. Hold up. I just gotta check. Oh my god, dude. I haven't watched. Yeah, is that Lammy? Is that Lammy from Hololive? I have not. As you can see, I have not watched VTubers in so long. Besides like my own friends. Combed hair, combed and groomed for the interview. She has a scar there, but you're not gonna address that? Sure. Okay. She is not carrying a reactor. Interesting, not a reactor. Bandage hands. Bandage hand calloused has done plenty of tough work. Dirty. Rare worn skirt. The owner must be very frugal. Hold up, I want to see the back details. Okay. Yeah, torn. No pan around. Interesting. Was that only like a thing for why was there no pan around for the other characters? Only for her. Interesting. For Alf. Interesting. Okay.
ハイピアーズの住民には見えねえな。また人を探してくる。もっといい人材が見つかるさ。
急ぐことはない。まずは彼女と話してみよ
う。No, she might be good because obviously she knows hard work. He's deliberately limiting them to high peers, which is, I assume, like the upper class or middle class type of people. But you know, those people might not necessarily always be the best to work. But yeah, here you can see the hair is clipping through her collar again, so yeah.
私のアシスタントには読み書きが必須だ。できるか？
ご安心ください。文字は読めますし、手紙の代筆をしていたこともございます。
では、こういう場合はどうだ？100ページの書類を渡された。1時間後には外で調査だ。時間はない。君ならどう整理する？
そうですね。私は普段1分で400から500文字くらい読めます。1ページはだいたい20行、300文字くらいなので、1時間あれば100ページ読めると思います。真実にたどり着くまで、どの手がかりが役立つかは分かりません。だからこそ、どんな手がかりも見逃すわけにはいきません。質問の意図はこういうことでしょうか？
具体的だな。面接のために準備してきたのか？
探偵のアシスタントの仕事は大きく分けて、事前調査、捜査中の手がかりの記録、捜査後の書類の整理の3つかと思います。どの仕事でもアシスタントには情報収集の能力が求められます。ですから先ほどのような質問をされる可能性が高いかなと思いました。
ほう、こいつはすげえな。人ってのは見た目じゃわかんねえもんだ。
ありがとうございます。読み書きの速さもお見せした方がいいでしょうか？すみません。気づけばもうこんな時間ですね。たくさん面接をされてお疲れでしょう。よかったら続きは隣の通りのカフェでお話ししませんか？では向こうでお待ちしてますね。
グラベル地区の貧乏娘だと思ったが、まさかあんなに優秀とはな。よし、安心した。あとは2人でゆっくり話してくれ。俺は戻るぞ。
アシュリーと一緒に食事をしよ
う。But also brings up the question, how is she so capable? Obviously, you could be self-taught, but
相変わらず明るくて整っている。
Like, you could be self-taught, but obviously when it comes to seemingly reading and writing not being a big skill set that everyone has, it does bring up some question how someone from a lower class in this particular world can read and write. So that is a point of suspicion. Why is it lagging? Why are you doing this now? You never did that before.
このボイスパイプカフェは最近できたんです。ハイピアーズ地区では人気なんですよ。このお店では地位のある人たちの政治の話とか貴族の噂話が聞けることもあるみたいで、私はここに来る前に食事を済ませたのでお腹は空いてません。気にせず召し上がってくださいね。
Good day, patron. I'm Ginkgo. A shot of espresso to wake you right up, or a sweet treat to lift your spirits. Take your pick. Oh, our sadly offer many types of sumptuous food. Different types are displayed on the upper left corner of the food option as an icon. Food items offer different types of effects and buffs. Once purchased, the food can be immediately enjoyed. You can only consume one food of each food type. All buffs provided after eating are displayed at the bottom right corner. If you eat another meal for the same type of previous. Okay, cool. So assume that's like main meal, drink, and then appetizer or something along those lines. For dessert, for breakfast. Whoa, is there layered frosty cake? I'm kind of poor, so rules, details. Our restaurants sell two types of food. Okay. The two types of food are drinks, which is coffee, and then cake. A certain jar of cream latte. Okay then. Cylinder espresso. Sure, might as well. Sure, I would like to have a balanced meal, even though this is far from a balanced meal. Sure. Ounce. That's actually kind of a cute sequence. That's pretty cute. Okay, I have to admit, that is pretty cute. Alright, what you got? Ashley.
いい店だな。気に入っていただけてよかったです。私もあまり来ないので、こんなに素敵なところだとは知りませんでした。他に何をお話ししましょうか。
昨日、通りで大きな式典があったが、見に行ったか。
はい。フェリアナ女王の正式な出征を祝う式典ですね。オグリア女王の死後、幼いフェリアナ女王の代わりに、宰相が政務を行っていました。ですが、宰相が身を引き、権力を女王に返上して、すみません。新聞で読んだだけで、それ以上のことは知らないんです。
戻ってきたばかりで、この町の経済が今どうなっているかは知らない。簡単に説明してくれないか。
そうですね。まず貨幣の発行やシルバーリキッドの供給は依然として王室や貴族が握っています。ただユナイテッドミネラル社がリアクターを量産し市場で力を伸ばしています。今は貴族勢力と対立するほどです。今まさに新時代が始まろうとしているっていう人もいます。それからすみません、つい勝手なことを言ってしまって。
若く見えるが、これまでに仕事をしたことはあるのか。
学校を卒業したばかりで働いたことはほとんどありません。能力では今までのアシスタントの方に劣るかもしれません。代わりと言ってはなんですが、あなたのことについてたくさん勉強してきました。
卒業したばかりでなぜこの仕事を選んだ。
ずっと探偵の仕事に憧れていました。以前の記事で真実を暴き正義をもたらす姿を見て、とても素晴らしいと思ったんです。
希望の給料は？
いえ、大丈夫です。報酬はいりません。 その代わり謎を一つ解いてほしいんです。
探したよ。こんなところにいたのか。町は戻ったって噂で持ちきりだ。アシスタント探してるなんてな。なのに僕をスルーかよ。そりゃ寂しいぜ。
I already hate him. I'm Grim. I was the photojournalist who trailed a few of your cases. Can't believe you left the place
パレードで
for...
ずいぶん派手に登場したじゃないかお前。
私に何の用だ。
街中で噂だぜ。まさかお前が戻ってくるなんてな。僕にわかんないのはさ、なんでお前あの時この街を捨てたんだ。君主の暗殺だぜ。探偵にとっちゃ最高にスリリングなネタじゃないか。お前本当についてたよな。歴史に残るネタにぶち当たったんだ。あれはお前の探偵人生の頂点になってたはずだぜ。
からかうような言い方は心地よくはありません。探偵さんに向かって失礼です。
じゃあ僕から一つアドバイスしてやるよ。こいつと組むのはやめとけ。死にたくないならな。あの事件でこの探偵のアシスタントがどう死んだか知りたいか。墜落死、爆死、焼死。
人の死をからかわないで。
彼女の言う通りだ。され。
まあいいか。だってもうすぐ僕は歴史に名を残すんだからね。僕は今までで最高の記事を書く。くだらないゴシップでも企業にこびた宣伝でもない、正真正銘の報道だ。
なんてひどい。自分の言ったこと謝るべきだと思いますけど。
気にすることはない。本題に戻ろう。給料はいらない。その代わりに謎を解いてほしいと言ったな。どういう意味だ。
実は私ここに来たのは事件の調査をお願いしたくて。でもお金がなくて費用は払えそうにありません。ですがもしあなたのアシスタントになれたら話は変わります。費用は私のお給料で払います。それで謎を一つ解いてほしいんです。その謎の名は盗まれた銀貨の謎と言います。あるところに一人の富豪がいました。その家にはたくさんの銀貨がありました。富豪は銀貨が盗まれないようとても頑丈な金庫に保管していました。その金庫を開ける鍵は一つしかありません。ところが事業がうまくいかず、銀貨をオークションに出そうと思い、ある日金庫を開けました。しかし中の銀貨は1枚もなく、わずかなかけらだけが残っていました。富豪は鍵が盗まれたかと使用人に尋ねましたが、使用人は鍵はずっと枕元にあり誰も触っていないはずですと答えました。富豪は警察に通報しました。近所も調べましたが、鍵を盗んだり銀貨を売った者はおらず、あの頑丈な金庫からどう盗まれたかもわからず、捜査は行き詰まりました。では銀貨を盗んだのは誰でしょう。鍵のかかった金庫からどうやって盗んだのでしょう。謎はこれで全部です。お忙しいところすみません。今日はここまでにしますね。ゆっくり考えてみてください。明日の午後また伺います。その時もしお考えがまとまっていたら聞かせてくださいね。
私に謎を解かせるとは面接のつもりか？
ええ、やっぱり信頼ってすぐには気づけませんから。
分かった。考えておこ
う。よかったです。予想もしなかったこともありましたけど、お話できて楽しかったです。ではまた明日、お答えを楽しみにしていますね、探偵さん。
盗まれた銀貨の謎か。興味深い。事務所に戻ってじっくり考えよう。
I understood about like 5% of that, since the text was in Japanese, interestingly enough. So I guess it's like a rich person has been safeguarding a silver treasure of sorts, and then he's the only one with the key, and of course he's blaming the staff, but the box there's only one key, and somehow the thing has still been stolen. So how has it been stolen? I assume is the mystery. I think we should shoot him. This guy's just invading my place now, dude. Like, what the hell? Get him out of here.
"よくやった。あ、それからキッチンも片付けておきました。塩漬けの缶詰と、なんだか変な道具と、それから食べ物が入ってる袋。あとお茶です。お湯の沸かし方分かったので、お茶を入れてみたんです。飲んでくれますか
？It's gonna be made of gunpowder. I'm gonna choke on it. I'm gonna die.
しょっぱい。砂糖と塩を間違えたな。
そんな。ご主人様、追い出されちゃいますか？
実は弟がいた。昔の相棒だ。時々こんな茶を入れてくれた。昔もこの味で眠気が飛んだ。今も考えることがある。ちょうどいい。ここにいてくれ。事務所も再開したし、留守番が必要だ。さっきみたいに勝手に入られると困るからな。本
当ですか？わーい。もっともっと頑張ります。ご主人様のためにしょっぱいお茶いっぱい入れますね。
いや、それは遠慮しておこう。それにまだアシスタントってわけじゃない。
大丈夫です。ご主人様のそばにいられるだけでは幸せです。
How is she a hero? What the hell? Sure. But also, what the I feel like we should arrest the journalist guy.
さて、死人に口なし。そうなってしまう前に
Detective
本題に入ろう。
study methods. That's our skills. Okay. Oh wait, how many skills do we have? Holy crap, that's a lot of skills, actually. Yeah. Okay, these are just wait, hold up. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 and then that's 1. So that's gonna be 8. I mean, it's still quite a bit, but it is what it is. Level that up. There we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I feel like breaking in and entering someone's home is grounds for tossing them in jail.
検証開始。弟と一緒に作った街の模型だ。
Nice.
あの頃は部品を一つなくしただけで大喧嘩した。大人になってもっと大きなものを失った。
That's bloody depressing. What does the map look like? Okay, the map looks like how I do at Night Abyss's map. And it does very much so remind me of it with how monochromatic it is, which I don't know if I appreciate that, but eh. Okay. Alright, let's go then. Evidence board.
手がかりを貼る木製のボードだ。弟と一緒に貼りながら何度も事件を議論した。盗まれた銀貨の謎か。これは貴重品の紛失に関する謎だ。富豪は銀貨を金庫に保管していた。鍵は盗まれていない。それなのに銀貨は消え、代わりに銀のかけらだけが残っていた。鍵、富豪、銀貨。仮説を一つ立てよう。富豪が嘘をついたという説だ。最初から金庫に銀貨はなく、使用人に罪を着せるのが目的だった。これもあり得る答えだ。鍵は富豪の枕元に置かれる前にすでに複製されていた。犯人はその鍵で金庫を開けた。
Silver coins. What else can? What other possibilities are there? So either he lied, someone made a copy of the key, or what? He had less money than he had than he realized. I don't know.
そうだ。この可能性も高い。金庫の銀貨は固体ではなく液体だった。隙間から漏れ出した。
Right, you can't use logic on this game. My bad. Okay.
まだ不明な点が残っている。答えは出し切れていない。他の可能性も考えられる。明日は今の仮説をもとにアシュリーと話す。情報が増えたらその時にまた考える。それまでは外を見て回るか休むとしよう。
Simulation. So these are our big bosses, I guess. Nice. Are they forcing us to do a simulation? Any other things that I need to know about? Agenda, characters. Huh, okay. Go wait on the sofa, which I will. Okay.
私のソファーだ。来客や休憩の時に使っている。ん？アシュリーはまだ来ていないのか。すみません。探偵さん、遅れました。待っていたよ。来ないかと思った。本当にごめんなさい。もう二度と遅れたりしませんので。では本題に入りましょうか。謎は解けましたか？
Why is this music so sinister? What the hell? I don't know what she wants me to do. Huh. It's interesting. Because I thought that she wanted to sort of confirm something, but Are you I have something about it. I do have some words for the story afterwards.
私の答えは
なあ、ずっとお前につきまとってたあの記者覚えてるか？グリムってやつだ。
昨日会ったばかりだ。何かあったんですか？
あいつが死んだ。
何があったんだ
？30分ほど前、恐ろしいものを見たという通報が入った。現場に急行したところ、路地裏でグリムの死体が見つかった。
昨日のお昼に会ったばかりなのに。
もう亡くなったのか？
ただの偶然じゃない。死に方が身元不明焼死体事件の被害者と同じなんだ。
身元不明焼死体事件ってどういう事件なんですか？
まずは現場を確認する必要がある。ローレン警視長の言う通りならそこに行けばわかる。
ちょっと待て。2人で行動するって約束だ。
アシュリーを正式にアシスタントとして雇う。一緒に行こ
う。Okay, so I got my wish. He's dead. He kind of deserved it though. So yeah, he's kind of a douchebag. So obviously the thing with the ashes is the character that we fought in the beginning. So Cinderella. But of course, it is interesting that I wonder if they're trying to shift the blame or make us doubt Ashley because of the name. 1, Ashley, and then 2 is her timing. So she came in late, and then Grimm is dead. So he was murdered in the morning, probably, most likely. So that's a very, very interesting thing. And we did see Ashley eyeing the photo of ramen and spaghetti, which is interesting. So clearly she has a purpose, or she has a motive for approaching us. And like I said, it is quite odd for her to be someone who is probably someone from the lower class, but also still have literacy and who can still write. So already that makes her very, very interesting. But is she Cinderella from the beginning? We don't know, but it is very, very, very interesting regarding that. Oh, okay, you're just gonna attack me now? Okay, sure. Yeah, why are you like this? Gross. Block it. Dude, I was just chilling there on my horse and he just attacked me. That's rude. That's so rude. Alright, let me grab some water first, then I'll come back. But also, I know I said like I was only going to look at like the first couple of things, but then it turns out there's so much more. I did not mean to do all this. I still have no idea what this is. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's go. Interesting random elements. Sure. Crime scene is dead. It's in the middle of the street. Okay, it's not. Oh. Okay. Didn't expect that, but sure.
ありえない。身元不明焼死体事件は公表されていない。
探偵さん。
何を見たのかもう一度説明してください。
あいつが燃えているところを見たんだ。本当だ。毎日夕方暗くなる前にこの辺りの花に水をやってるんだ。それで見たんだ。金髪で紫の目の記者が路地の奥で悲鳴を上げてた。全身が炎に包まれてたんだ。ああ、本当に怖かった。それですぐ通報した。その後のことはもう知ってる通りだ。
So notice how it's in unknown language, and the moment you settle in on it, it translates, which is pretty cool. Nameless ashes case. Burnt to cinders. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop the game here. I'm sorry I didn't get far enough to actually, oh, I can't even pause it. I'm sorry I actually didn't even get far enough to unveil the gacha system and all that stuff. I didn't expect them to actually unlock the gacha system behind the story. Assuming that there is a gacha system. I'm actually not too sure, again, if there is a gacha system. But so far, now, if you're wondering why most gacha games, no matter how intricate the battle system is and all that stuff, if you're wondering why they keep on making their releases mobile as well, is because China, most of China is actually mobile gamers, so they can game like while they're traveling and stuff like that. So most of their income comes from mobile gamers, and as a result they have to do two releases. They have to release their game on mobile, and then they have to release their game on PC, just to get as many target audiences and stuff as general. So it is interesting that I mean, I wouldn't say that the combat is necessarily difficult. I mean, the combat is pretty standard overall. They did simplify it, so the shift and the parry button are the same thing and all that stuff. So it's not too bad. Hold on, let me check how much more is actually left in this, because this is a very particular sequence. But I also don't want to continue more of this, because I don't want to like dig too deeply into Act 2 while I'm just there. Voice acting, we've only heard just a few, but I'm not sure about the voice acting for Cinderella. Like just a tiny bit that we've heard from her, I'm not too sure. Yeah, we're getting used to see a bit more of that. Other than that, I mean, so far the graphics and optimization have been pretty good. The character designs are alright. It's like they're a mix they're a mix between like old style sort of things ish, but also kind of newish. I can't tell if that NPC is wearing shorts or not. Okay, she is wearing shorts. Okay. Whereas, so obviously this takes place in an alternate universe and not necessarily ours, but it is reminiscent of probably the old style of Europe. I don't know which era, but you know, that era. Yeah, I don't know why I was where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, it is interesting that we have this type of fashion. Interesting. I don't know about our character designs. I don't know yet. Doesn't seem like there's necessarily a theme for them just yet. I would have liked if she had like an actual trench coat too, like a Lauren, because that would have been cool. But instead we're kind of stuck with this, which I'm not. Like, I don't mind her being in this, but it's like, yeah. I would have liked the trench coat. Because when has there been a female protagonist in gacha with a trench coat or with any sort of like long coat? You know, like I love long coats, and it would have been a perfect opportunity for a detective character to have a long coat as well. But unfortunately, she has like a half cape, and that's sort of it. We have Red Rose. Her design is pretty much the first thing that anyone would think of when you think of like, oh, make a rose themed character. Oh yeah, black as the main color and then red highlights. Like, it's a pretty generic design so far. We have, of course, Ashley. I actually like her design quite a bit. Mainly because it actually shows that they're not scared to put a character with scars and stuff like that. I know usually for gacha games, they're like, oh look, pristine characters, cause yeah, and all that stuff. But I don't know if she's gonna be like a playable character and stuff like that, or if it's only like Cinderella. Because right now I'm under the assumption that Cinderella and Ashley are kind of the same person. Especially when Cinderella in the opening sequence has 2 quotation marks around her name. And then of course there's the timing, right? Ashley, comes late and then Grimm is found dead. So it is a very, very interesting timing. And obviously she approached our detective with some sort of ulterior motive. Alf, I don't really have anything to say about Alf, to be honest. Lauren's fine. Yeah, a tired man, makes sense. Our inspector. Besides that, I mean, overall, I'm okay with the character designs. They're all right. Travel, I guess movement is all right. I like movement as our character, right? I like movement as our character. I don't like our movement as our mount, because if you're a bit too slow, the mount just like rears back, and then like you have to do that turn, but it's like a really wide turn, so then it does like a weird thing. So it lacks the coordination for a very, very like specific movements, I would say, for smaller movements, even though it is faster. So I guess it's better for like straight lines. But yeah, so that's our mounts, which I'm okay with. I would have liked if our character could jump, but it just summons our mount, which is like, oh, okay, I guess. We have, of course, our telekinesis from afar, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's gonna contribute to puzzles and whatnot, or if that's just for like chests and stuff. Our inspect element, which I think is actually pretty cool. Like, I love that they gave like every NPC basically little fun facts. I think that's really cool. And then I love how you can fight in the middle of the city. I thought that was pretty random. Like, if you just start throwing fights in the middle of the street, like the city would just be kind of wrecked. But it is interesting. It's a very interesting way to make fights in this game. I didn't expect them to just basically have like an isolated space. But I guess that's actually a pretty good compromise, because you don't really want your detective to be wandering out in the forest and then enemies start spawning out, because that's just kind of weird. So I guess having the enemies sort of blend in and then creating an isolated space for combat is a pretty good idea. That's an interesting sort of approach to things. Other than that, the story. That is the main thing that I want to point out, because oh my god, dude, the pacing. The pacing is just kind of all over the place. I do want to point that out. Like, it just cuts to things and then things just go by so fast sometimes. It's like, holy crap. It's like I can't tell if they're trying to skip out on details or if they're just trying to get as many details out as possible. It's very, very bizarre. Like, sometimes it just jumps. Like, oh, sometimes, like, she was just gonna sit on the couch, and then, like, it's the next day all of a sudden with Ashley, and it's just like there's just these whole bunch of weird, like, little things which make it seem like the story is going at such a fast pace, and I would have liked for a detective story to slow down, because a detective story is inherently something that both the characters in the story and both the audience have to slow down and absorb because of things like evidence and stuff like that. But the fact that they're rapid firing everything, I think is kind of exhausting. And another thing by pacing, I mean, like, it's the detective that killed the queen, and then all of a sudden it's like, yay, she saved us from werewolf. And it's like, what? There's a big disconnect between, oh my god, she committed regicide, and no, yeah, she saved us from a werewolf. Clearly one good deed erases the fact that she killed a queen. So I thought that was like weird writing wise. It's very bizarre. But then it's like the public knowledge is that she killed the queen, but then the police don't seem to think that she killed the queen, so then why was that never rectified for 3 years? They just let the public think that the detective killed the queen for all this time, apparently. So there are little details here and there that I'm like, this is really weird. This feels like this wasn't that well written. So writing wise, I am quite concerned, because this is really bizarre. It does look nice. I do have to admit, the game does look nice. The game plays nicely. But I'm gonna have to see the story. I'm gonna have to see the gacha aspect, even though right now it seems like they're giving out characters for us. But I'm gonna have to go see it. Cause otherwise, like, I don't know if I want to introduce another gacha game to it. I'm still playing Duet Night Abyss. I'm still playing it, but the reason why I haven't uploaded anything about Duet Night Abyss is that 1.1 doesn't have a main storyline. It's just like an event storyline. So I didn't think it was necessary to play it. And also the grind is kind of annoying. So I am kind of concerned for this game because the writing so far hasn't really impressed me. It's alright. It's really alright. And for a detective game, it's kind of hard for us to follow along as well, because this doesn't play by the same rules as us, right? Because when we were discussing about the case with the missing silver, the third possibility was, the silver just isn't real. It just turns into liquid, and you're like, what? That was the furthest thing away. So it's kind of hard for us as an audience member to follow along. Whereas when the strong suits about a detective story is that the audience can follow along, they can make their own deductions, and I think that's probably one of the funnest aspects of a mystery novel or any sort of mystery media, is that you can follow along and you can form your deductions. But the problem is that you don't even know the rules of this world, and then they're like, yeah, the coins could have been liquid, and you're like, what? What the hell? What is this deduction? I couldn't even deduce that. Like, I deduced the first two, right? Like, you could have been lying, that's fine. Or two, like a copy was made, like, that's reasonable for our line of logic. But then it's like, yep, completely throw that away. So that was something that I didn't necessarily enjoy. I think that was a big sort of, I guess that does sort of impact my enjoyment of a detective story, when it's saying like the logic just doesn't make it, just doesn't compute. But yeah, like I said, so far I like the aesthetic. I like the more restrained sort of character system, where it's like you just level them up, you level up their skills, you have one sort of thing for you have one motive for them, right? Instead of like 10,000 things for them to level up and RNG. So I do like that. No weapons, like I said. So I do like a lot of the aspects of this gacha. It's a lot more simplified. And I like the vibe check aspect. Like, this is cool. Like, there's a lot of things that I like about it, but we're gonna have to see if it outweighs the things that I don't like. So yeah, this was my first impressions of Silver Palace. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the gacha aspect. I'll probably get to that tomorrow, but for now, this has been sort of everything that I've sort of digested about Silver Palace and all that stuff. But yeah. That's about it. Hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you guys are. And see you guys tomorrow for Act 2 of Silver Palace. Bye bye. See you and take care. Bye.